You thought because... Don't text me now. You literally, as soon as I hit record, Mom texts me. Stop. Not now. You thought because I didn't show up in March. You thought because April was almost over. You thought Figure Update was a dead franchise, done deal. Well, guess what? I've returned. I wanted to make sure this was the most quality per square inch that a Figure Update video could be. I had some ones in the past where it was like, oh, here's you know, they re-released Princess Leia in her Endor outfit, and you know, it's just, and it's not that impressive. Not this time. We are going full guns blazing. This is gonna be I'm gonna say one of the best Figure Updates of all time. I'm talking through and through, like per square mile. It's quality front to back. None of this wishy-washy stuff. So get ready, get set. We're going all in. Mainly, I didn't do a Figure Update in March because I didn't feel like I had that much to show. April, I kept almost doing it, and then one would show up, and it'd be like, oh, I got to do that. I got to do that. I got to wait for that. I got to wait for that. So here we are at the end of April. We just got to do it. Let's just jump in. None of this dipping your toe in the pool. We're jumping in the deep end. So let's not even waste a second. Why are we even this preamble is just taking away from what glorious collectibles we could be diving in on right now. So let's not even we're going to cut this entire intro out. I don't have time to do that. If you're watching this, you edit it out, like rip it from YouTube and maybe like do your own edit without this intro. Okay, let's just kick it off. Let's kick it off big. Let's just kick it off with, I'm going to start this off with one that I've been looking for some reason. I don't know what's going on. By the way, let's just get it out of the way. The theme of 2023 has been I'm working elsewhere, not in my office. At this point in my life, I'm like only coming into my office to do these Figure Update videos and like video calls on my Mac here. That's it. So I got collectibles stacking up everywhere. We're going to organize this. We're going to get it out of the way. So if you're seeing collectibles, like I remember that from last Figure Update. Yeah, because it's probably still been sitting there since then. So let's cut the funny stuff. Let's not do, is this still recording? This thing shut off as soon as I started talking to the fucking thing. So we're going to find out if it's still going. Is it? Okay, it is. All right. Sorry, I won't call attention to that in the future. All right. I got the setup here would make you laugh. I've got, I'll just say, I record this with the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and it's the rear cameras, but I strap my watch around it so that, because you can monitor the camera with your Apple Watch, and I have the watch facing me as a viewfinder, and it's strapped over, it's like tied around the phone with the strap. Doesn't matter, but you know, you wanted that behind the scenes stuff. You're thirsty for it. You just got it. You just saw behind the camera. I'm the man behind the curtain, and I'm looking at the man in the mirror, and the man from Boston is coming down the lane. All right. This is, again, I don't know what's going on. I consider myself a pretty good collector, but for some reason lately, I feel like SH Figuarts, the pre-orders have gotten harder and harder. I don't know if collecting got bigger and there's not as many, or they're not making enough, or they don't have enough, or I don't know what's going on, or if it's just me. Maybe I'm slipping in my old age. Doesn't matter. But I was able to get this. I was hunting for, I saw Shin Ultraman last October. I was lucky enough to be able to see a screening of that in Los Angeles. They did like an early screening. I was at the theater, one row behind the guy who was the main dude in Silicon Valley. Who was the main guy? Not the dude who got not the canceled comedian dude, the main dude. Not Guilfoyle. Who's the main dude? Doesn't matter. Anyway, we both love the movie. There it is, Shin Ultraman. SH Figure Art Shin Ultraman. I guess this came out like months and months and months before the movie ever did, because I think the movie got delayed or something. I don't know what happened, but so like by the movie came out and I'm like, oh dude, I need like the figure of that. Like I want that. And it was like, oh yeah, it sold out like 8 months ago. I was like, okay, thanks. But they re-released it. I was able to pick it up and it was cheap. They did a good job at keeping it. Like, I think it was at the most I paid $30, maybe. Where is the figure? That's the box. But oh yeah. So I took it out. They have new boxes now with figure art, so they're like just the artwork on the front, and then like the viewing window is on the back now. You just see him in there, but I took him out, so there he is. Yeah, it was only like $30, and the reason why, I guess, is because he doesn't come with any powers or, usually figure arts, they come with a million options, like beams or other hands or things like that. He came with other hands, but that's really it. He doesn't come with any of his attacks. And it's because they didn't want to spoil anything happening in the movie, because, again, he came out so early. This is fine by me. It depends on the figure. There's some figures that I like when it comes to the 100 things. There's others where it's like, you're charging me for all this stuff I'm not even going to use. You know what I mean? This falls into that camp. I just wanted Ultraman. There he is. Okay, instead of making it $80 with a bunch of beams and shit, it's just him. Okay, great. Superposable, well done figure. The scale, not the scale, but like the proportions of him are like perfect. They made him kind of like sleek, scrawny little dude. You know what I mean? I saw the Mafex one that they did another figure of him, and Mafex is great, but they kind of made him too big, I thought. So I stuck with the figure art. This is a character that I'm kind of down to, like, I'm down to pay less. I don't need like every effects piece. Now this guy went the other direction. This one was not cheap. I had to hunt for this fucking guy for so long. Again, the pre-order, it's rare that I am felled at every turn. It's rare that at every avenue I am thwarted by to pre-order a figure that I want. Normally there's something I can do. You know what I mean? I've been in this game long enough. I can figure it out. I had to get desperate. You don't even want to know the things I did to get this. Dark things. We don't need to go into that. But I finally, from Japan, got Shin Kamen Rider. There he is. Shin Kamen Rider. I don't know why this was so... I mean, this was gone in 10 seconds when the pre-orders went up. And I found a good way to... Here, let me see here. I'm going to try to get the best close-up possible. But anyway, he comes with actual, like, real clothes. Let me show this to you. This keeps messing up here. I don't know why that's happening. But I don't know if you could see that there. And again, I should point out, just like I did a minute ago, the box is like the new box where it's artwork on the front and a viewing window on the back. But anyway, so there you have it. All the marketing stuff for this Kamen Riders is so slick. I can't wait to see this movie. I haven't seen it yet. But anyway, he comes with actual like fabric coat. I'm iffy on real fabric with figures a lot of the time. I just feel like they can't make it that small without it looking goofy. Like he ends up looking like the kid in A Christmas Story when he's bundled up to go to school in the snow. But thought they did a good job here. I think his trench coat, I don't know if you could see this. It's got like wires in it to bend how it blows in the wind. Do you know what I mean? So I think it ends up looking pretty cool. So yeah, I had to get this. On Premium Bandai, they just released there's a Kamen Rider, there's a second one or something in the movie, something like that. I hope that's not a spoiler. I haven't seen it, so I hope it's not. There's a second Kamen Rider, and they have his bike on Premium Bandai right now too. So I ordered those. Those were open pre-order. Thank you. The only thing when Premium Bandai does an open pre-order, the only thing that sucks is like they charge you up front, and it's like, okay, you'll get this next year. It's like, oh, so that part sucks. But at least you can actually like get it. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's the better option. But anyway, so yeah, Shin Kamen Rider. It was not cheap locating it, but I'm glad I finally found it because I really needed this, and I wasn't seeing any sign of them I just figured like the day it would come out, like, okay, the pre-orders were a pain, but like we made enough of them that the day it comes out there's a ton of them. But I haven't seen this anywhere. I really haven't seen it anywhere. I'm just now noticing he's got like all these symbols and stuff on the back of his helmet. What great detail on that. Anyway, Figure Arts, you killed it on that. Shin Kamen Rider, amazing. Okay, let's stay on the subject of Tamashii Nations and all their kind of collectibles, SH Figure Arts. I thought this was going to be SH Figure Arts, but it's not. It's Space Sheriff Gavin, which I love these old Metal Hero shows. And I'll go more into that in a second. These Japanese Metal Hero shows were some of my favorites. So when this went up for pre-order, I have not seen Gavin. I just got it on Blu-ray, but I haven't watched it. But I'm like, yo, I don't want to miss out. They're selling him and his bike. So I had to get that. I pre-ordered it. I guess if the show sucks, I'll sell this. But I just didn't want to miss out on it. And so there's that. But Gavin is back here in the back. And it's too small. Like, he's kind of tiny. I guess he's scaled to the bike. But I thought it was going to be like SH Figure Arts Space Sheriff Gavin. I thought it was going to be as deluxe as any of the modern figures, but it's kind of not. And what I'm realizing is I think this is more of a replica of a classic toy. Like, they did it, like, there was an old toy that was like this, and they replicated it as best they could. That's what it seems like. I don't know, though. I was a little let down to see that, but I haven't opened it. Actually, you know what? Maybe we should take a look at this or something. Let's see what's going on. Let me just look at it for a second. You guys don't mind, right? If I open this for a second? I mean, how long is this? You're turning on a figure update. You're in for the long haul, right? You're not going to be mad. Like, oh, I expected this to be 10 or less. Now I'm not going to have time to watch it before gym class. Okay. Let's just see what we're working with here. Maybe, I don't know, because it was a little expensive. I guess it wasn't the most, but... Okay, don't drop any of the... Anytime I open these plastic shell kind of packages, I spill the hands all over the place. Okay, so that's kind of legit quality. It's not like the biggest thing, but quality's pretty good. Every detail is there, painted. Like I said, I just wish Homeboy was a little bigger. Let me get him out of here. Get out! Okay, so Homeboy's not that big, but he is metal. Like, there's some actual die-cast metal in there, so that's kind of neat. Okay. Back in my good books. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Okay, I put up a new shelf at home, and I'm gonna have it be kind of like a whole tokusatsu themed shelf full of this and some Super Sentai stuff. You name it. So this will go great on there. Okay, so we got that. We got it. Done deal. All right. What's next? Sticking with Tamashii Nations collectible stuff. Is the camera? I can't tell if the camera's drooping. I know it's like annoying for me to keep messing with the camera, but like, looks like it's drooping to one side, and it got a car outside that's like honking. Like, what's going on here? Okay, let's take a look. Are we good? Are we safe? Okay, the camera is a little cockeyed, but that's okay. We're gonna keep pressing on. Wait, can I adjust that? Okay, are we safe? We are safe. Okay. I just wanted to make sure because it was going one way. You know, I just didn't want it to be like a mystery, like what happened. Last week, whenever I did the last one of these, I think it was late February. I think that's when it was. The camera like mysteriously zoomed in halfway through. That was really weird. So we're not gonna have anything like that. I'm making sure of it. I'm keeping on it. This isn't a figure that I got, but I just saw this and I forgot this was in here. But like I said, this whole year, I basically, I come in here to this office to dump stuff off. Like, oh, here's a bunch of cool stuff I got at Super Nintendo World or whatever. And then I dump it in here and walk away and get to work on something else, and I never come back. So I forget I have these things. They put out a magnet. This is a magnet celebrating the grand opening of Super Nintendo World. I got all kinds of Super Nintendo World stuff. Maybe that should be its own video, but I don't know. I talk enough about theme parks everywhere else. Okay, Tamashii Nations. This came, I was very excited about this. Staying in the Metal Heroes realm. I was very excited. From B-Fighter Kabuto. Check it out. I never saw B-Fighter Kabuto. I was a huge fan of what it was adapted to in America. Beetleborgs Metallics. Iconic Ameritoku series. But anyway, this is their morpher, basically. Their transforming device. I think it's called the B Commander, something like that. It can transform the main 3 heroes in the show, but also the 4. These guys were called the Astralborgs in the American show, but in Japan, I think they were just called the homies or something. They're called the BFFs or something. I don't know what they were called. I gotta see Kabuto still. I don't know if anybody has subbed it. They did sub the original B-Fighter, but not Kabuto as of yet. So we'll see. But anyway, their transforming device, don't fall. Their henshin device used data cards. So they would have this device here, and then they would go like this. Here's like a data card. This is for the titanium silver Beetleborg or whatever. Okay, so you pop it in, and then like his two I was gonna say symbols, but like his antlers pop up. Because that's his symbol. His costume has antlers. Whereas if you put in like the gold B-Fighter dude, put in his card, it's like a little T, like a little T shape. Purple, it's got her own shape too. Anyway, so that's how it looks. And then it has buttons to play. Like I think this plays the theme song. I think this is more like we're going to transform kind of music, you know? And then this is the theme song. I don't want to get a copyright claim, so I'm not going to play the entire thing. But I have to say, so it comes with the cards for all of the characters, and then you can actually pop the body off and put on a red body. I'll show you. No, it's actually not on the box. Never mind. But you can make this red, and it becomes the transforming device that the other 4 guys would use. So it's kind of a 2-in-1 deal. But I have to say, usually when they do replicas of these devices from the show, they pack them with all these special features, like, oh, if you press this button, it's new dialogue recorded from the actor who did the, play the role, or oh, it's there's a sound to unlock if you press this code, or something like that. This, I'm kind of like, does this have any, what else does this do? Because this was not cheap. These replicas that I love that they make these replicas from the tokusatsu shows, but the other ones have like a million features and like fun things it can do. This didn't. I'm kind of like, so I was looking online, I was looking on YouTube for like, okay, who else has bought it? Maybe they know Japanese and they know how to like make it do stuff, or, whatever. That's what I was looking out for. But at the time, at least as of right now, I haven't seen anybody else with it. I'm like, am I the only idiot that bought this? Anyway. I don't know. I just thought like we would do more stuff. Like they did the original, the other B-Fighter henshin device. And, it has all kinds of different features and little figurines that pop into it. And I don't know. I'm just like, what else does this do? I'm a little bit disappointed. Again, I never saw B-Fighter Kabuto, so maybe it wouldn't make sense for it to do more. I don't know. That's not for me to decide. But if you have any B-Fighter insight, let me know. Funny B-Fighter story. This guy This guy, I don't know if you could see that. I can't see what's on the monitor, but this dude has the power of a dragonfly. And his first of all, when they adapted it to America, they gave him a Sean Connery kind of accent, like I'm going to use my whirling dervish technique. I'm Dragonborg, and I think it was because what was the Dragonborg? No, what was the Dragonheart? Is that the movie where Sean Connery was the dragon? Anyway, that had just come out, so I think that was the gag they were trying to do. Anyway, doesn't matter. But anyway, the guy who played Dragonborg in Japan, whatever his name was in Japan, was shit. What was his name? He was Dante in Devil May Cry. I'll tell you right now. Stunt performer, Dante, Devil May Cry. Okay, Ruben Langdon. That was his name. Ruben Langdon. I met him at E3 once. I was backstage to play the new Batman game or something like that, and he was waiting there too. And everyone there who recognized him, it was like, dude, this guy was Dante. I think he did stuff for Resident Evil as well. Maybe he was he Leon? Like the mocap for Leon? Why did I say Eon? I'm thinking of Captain EO. There's a poster over there. Anyway, so I was the one dude that walked up to him just like, yo, you were dope in B-Fighter. And he was like, holy shit, what? I think he said holy shit. I think those were his exact words. He was just like, thanks. He was like a kid. He was like a young kid in Japan in this series. So I don't think he had that many people bring that up to him. But at the time, whenever that was, a decade ago, it was funny. Anyway, so I'm kind of still waiting on the device to, if it does more, I'll reserve my judgment. We'll see. Okay, what's next? Let's go to another import figure. This is not Tamashii Nations. I normally am not picking up many of the Attack on Titan figures, but I really, really love I always thought it seemed like a cool show. This or that, I could take or leave. And, there were certain things that didn't make it my favorite, but I thought it was an entertaining show. And I think the final season that's been going on for 4 years now, the final season will never end. That is, I think, an awful aspect of the show as well. But the season itself, the content within it, I think has elevated it to, I think, one of the greatest anime series that has ever aired. I'm calling it. I know that sounds bold, but it is, for me, it has elevated it to something I've never seen. So I've really loved it. And I have bought a couple of the toys from this last season because I didn't really like, the old toys. They're kind of all in the same uniform and the Titans are kind of ugly. And I didn't care. Now in the final season, everybody is so cracked out and weird that I like the design. So I got this Nendoroid Eren Yeager from the final episodes. There he is with long hair. He's chained up and stuff like that. I actually really I think it's adorable, and I really like the designs in this last season quite a bit. So I did have to pick that up. I think I'm getting they have a Reiner Nendoroid too. I think they were putting out promo shots for the figure, and there's a scene, spoiler if you haven't seen the last season, I guess, but there's a scene where for a minute, content warning, suicide, he puts a shotgun in his mouth. Nothing happens, but he thinks about it for a second and then goes, no. They were promoting the Nendoroid figure with a picture of the cute little Nendoroid with a shotgun in his mouth, and people were just like, yeah, maybe leave that one out. Maybe we don't need to tweet that one. Anyway, so, but this Nendoroid was cool, and finally showed up. I forgot, I must have pre-ordered that months and months ago, and I forgot. Okay, let's go into, no, you know what? I said we were done with Tamashii Nations. We're not done with Tamashii Nations. This is a cream of the crop. Oh, this is another contender, I'm telling you right now, for maybe fig of the year. I'm telling you, maybe. This just showed up, seriously, like moments before we recorded this. SH Figuarts, this was a premium Bandai exclusive. You had to order this directly from them. It ain't at retail. SH Figuarts Frieza, second form Frieza, when he gets all buff and roided out for a brief moment in the show. And I've already taken him out of the box. I gotta pose him right, because first impressions are everything, you know. But, dude, this is a big fella. Like, this guy is not messing around. This is my favorite form maybe in the show of Frieza. Like, obviously the final form is iconic, but to kind of like, I don't know, this they just absolutely again, it's SH Figuarts, so it's completely, every single thing is posable. He's got optional faces and all that stuff where he can kind of like flip between the different faces. He's happy, he's sad. I keep pointing out the packaging. Everybody tells me that it looks like he's flipping off the camera, but he's holding up two, because I think it's like, I haven't seen it in a long time. I don't think he's doing peace. I don't think he's saying like, yo, peace out, guys. I think it's like, yo, it's my second form, eat shit kind of thing. Anyway, anytime they do a new form of Frieza that we haven't had, they did the first form too, and his like little pod that he floats around in, I'm dazzled, and this is no exception. This is so good. This is one of my favorite figures of the year by far. Just solid, posable. If you notice, he has a little, the end of his tail is burnt off, so that's great too. Yeah, you can also like it's a little cap you can pop off, and then you could put the rest of his tail on if you want the intact tail before he gets attacked. What cut off his tail? I can't remember. Was it a Kienzan or sorry, I'll translate. Destructo Disc. Was it that, or was it I don't remember what it was, or why that happened, or did Piccolo knock it off? I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen that stretch of the Frieza saga. But anyway, there you go. Frieza's second form contender. One of the contenders, I will say, for Fig of the Year. There's a couple Figuarts over on that shelf that I actually don't know if I showed already, so I'm gonna have to try to grab those by the end of this. Remind me. Okay, let's move on. Let's get you know what? Let's just go. Wait, what do I miss? I'm missing stuff here. Where are the other? Sorry, I'm noticing my own. Okay, we go. No, I think I'm missing something. What am I? Okay. Let's get American for a second. All the anime nuts, all you hentai freaks out there, you were eating good for a minute. We're going all American at this point, because they just started, let me grab this, see if I grab, okay. They just started releasing figures for, they're finally coming out, Indiana Jones. The iconic Indiana Jones. This is the new Adventure series. These are by the people who do the Black series for Star Wars. This is the same thing. Now, again, I'm pointing out these are in their plastic-free packaging, which is hilarious. They put out a whole effort that we were just like, hey, we're done with plastic. We want to think about the environment. We're not going to use plastic in our packaging anymore. So I'm going to open this up, because I think I already did it once. Crack that open and show you how this is, because there's a punchline to this. So, like, they wrap them in there like a mummy. Okay, well, I took it out already. Sorry. You could see. I actually think they did a pretty damn good job. This is a pretty nice figure. They don't always look the best on camera. Did I bend? I might have bent his brim down a little too much. Maybe. Anyway, whatever. You get the idea. But anyway, Indiana Jones. There he is. Right there. They wrap them up in like just paper. They wrap them up like a corpse in here, and then there's another little all his little pieces like the whip and all that stuff are wrapped in there too. All of it is paper, recyclable, no plastic. But everyone's been mad because they're like, yo, I'm getting like messed up figures. I can't look in the window and check. because their quality control is not the best. There's been like a lot of Power Rangers figures missing things and stuff like that. So people are like, yeah, it makes me like not want to order these. And whatever happened, it was a nightmare at retail, I guess, because all of a sudden Hasbro just went, oh, by the way, plastic windows in the packaging, it's coming back by the end of the year. Okay, bye. Which I thought was hilarious. It's like, no, we've got to do our part for the environment. Never mind. Oh, they stopped buying them. Never mind. So anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. I'm trying to bend this guy's legs. You guys boil your figs? People are always like, yo, boil your figs. That way they're more posable. I feel like you could just hit it with a blow dryer, right? I don't know. Anyway, okay. Well, there you go. There's Indiana Jones. Also got these guys. These Nazi fucks. Major, I didn't know this was the guy's name. Major Arnold Todt. I guess that's his name. And Renee Belloc, the Grand Monarch of shitheads in Raiders of the Lost Ark. And I gotta say, these figures are great, and I'm gonna show you my favorite of the bunch. Belloc, the main villain, he's in his like religious garb that he does to kind of like open up, that always took me by surprise in that movie. Like he suddenly has like a whole like ceremonial garb kind of thing. Always surprised me. But anyway, there he is. Great figure. They did a great job. The likeness is good. These Indiana Jones figures are pretty good. He's dressed like he's like in Los Illuminados or some shit. So there's that. But my favorite is Arnold Todt, the other Nazi asshole, because he has an alternate melting head. Look at that. He's even trying to do the fucking salute, and he's got the burned hand from the head of the staff or whatever, and he's just melting. Fuck that guy. And I was telling the other guys, I have a feeling that like they've been releasing a bunch of Nazi characters. I think there's also like what's his name, Donovan from Last Crusade is coming out too. They all have included parts that show them suffering, and I bet you that was the deal they had to make at retail. Like, hey, I know that all these guys are Nazis, but they are suffering. They are all melting and rotting away due to their failure. Okay, yeah, you could sell them at Walmart. Okay, great. That's what I think happened, but tell me what you think. Okay. When I was in the Disney parks, I'm a huge fan of whenever they sell a ride vehicle, like a replica of the vehicle you go in. They don't do it a lot, but when they do, I have to get it. Like right behind me, I've got the escape pod from Rise of the Resistance. It's one of my favorite rides ever. So I was a huge fan of the Mickey's Runaway Railway ride, and they made an electronic train that actually all the cars follow it separately, just totally wirelessly, which I thought was really cool. I'd never seen that before, so I did get it. But I'm looking right now, and it's like I think this all kind of fell into pieces. I did a stream where they all kind of fell around, and this is one of the vehicles, and you could put like figures in them if you want. I was gonna put like Star Wars dudes in here, like why not, like, or just whatever, I don't know what I have, Beavis and Butthead or something, put them in here. But the train is all in pieces over here. It would be too hard to show it to you here, so just go on the Mega 64 Archive YouTube channel and look up Running a Train. If you search Running a Train, you'll definitely find my video where I play around with this train. So very easy search, just Google it. All right, we're talking vehicles. Let's go big. Let's just go big. I've been waiting on this for a long time. Where is the? All right, we're gonna wait on that. Never mind. The vehicle. This is. I got to go in a certain order here, so we're not gonna go to that yet. Never mind. Forget that little vehicle intro. Forget I did it. All right. Let's go small here. This was one that for some reason this was sitting in my. I have the website I pre-order figures from. They let you, I pre-order a bunch of stuff, and sometimes you'll wait for like, oh, I want to wait for everything to ship at once, to save on shipping. For some reason, I kept waiting for it kept saying like, oh no, it's coming out any day now. It's coming out any day now. Oh, we promise it's next week. No, it's gonna be the next week. I don't know why this got pushed back so many times or why they couldn't get them, but it's not even that big of a deal. But this is from Evangelion. This is like Lilith. I don't know why I said like. It is Lilith, but from the Rebuild movies. This is too much packaging though. Let me try to. I want to open this up. But yeah, I kept waiting. It's like, okay, I don't want to ship these other figures until I get, you know, throw this one in the box because this isn't worth shipping on its own. But it wouldn't come. Okay, sorry, I gotta. This is so encased in plastic. You know, it's hard to know even what to say about it. And in fact, it may stay in there because I can't get the damn thing open. Anyway. I have, like, enough Eva figures at this point. Overall, if they do something shocking and new, I'll do it. But I don't have any figure of Lilith. So I thought that would be kind of cool. Oh, I see why the packaging is so deep. Because the lance is sticking all the way out. I didn't even think about that. They got to protect it. Ooh. Ooh. Woohoo. Woohoo. When I get in the middle. Okay, or whatever. I don't know the lyrics. Anyway, yeah, wow, it's sticking out so far. That could be fragile. I gotta be careful. But anyway, Lilith on the cross. There we go. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Yeah, I didn't know it would stick out that far. That's crazy. That's really cool. I pre-ordered this at just the right time because when it went up, it was like $15 or something like that. Like well, again, the yen is so weak right now that when you import stuff. By the way, that's a pro tip. If you're ordering figures that are Japanese in nature, the yen is so weak, I would just import them. People think it's easier or better to order them from American sites, but a lot of times they get stuff like 3 months later and it's more expensive. Granted, if you order from Japan, the shipping will be a lot, but I find that at worst, it evens out to be like what the U.S. sites will charge. So all it is like you get it for the same price 2 months earlier than the other side. I don't know. You know, that's up to you, but that's what I would do. Anyway, so there's that. That's really cool. I don't have a figure of Lilith, like I said. I've said it like 8 times. I don't know why I repeated it, but now I do. So cool. Put that over there. Deal with it later. All right. That's what else was in the box? What else was in my box of import stuff? By the way, that shipped with a few other figures I'm about to show you. This is the first time that a box of import figures that I got normally I have very good luck with deliveries. It got sent to totally wrong address. Now, this happens to me. Sometimes I get Uber Eats and they delivered it to the neighbor and not here. You know, like there's the way where I live is set up. It's easy to, you see a sign and it could go either way. Okay, that's fine. But this wasn't even close. This was they sent me a picture. Okay, your package has been delivered, and this was not cheap. Again, all this together in one box, you know, that's a lot of stuff. So they sent me a picture, and it's like, yo, that's not my porch. It doesn't even look like my porch. So I had to like Professor Layton that shit, and it was before our flight to Florida for Creator Clash. It was like, we're about to leave, but I want to solve this package issue. And so it was like 6 a.m. and I was going door to door to door to door looking at their porch trying to match the photo. What game is that? Trying to match would that be like the Yakuza games or like Judgment or something? Like you're trying to match it to the photo? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so I was doing that and I found the place that it was left at and it wasn't there. So I was like, shit, I'm going to consider this stolen. I reported it as stolen, and the moment they got back to me, someone delivered it. Someone was like, this isn't mine. I'm here you go. And it was like, oh, thanks. So anyway, I did get it back. Sorry to customer service that I got mad at. I Karen'd out. Karen, do you get that? Do you know what that is? Okay, so what was the other import in the box? Another Eva import. That's right. There was no way I was going to turn this down. Now here, what do we got over here? I already showed you Lilith like 80 times. Then I had to get long-haired Ray. It wasn't even a question. Not an option. Well, it was an option. It was the only option. Okay, so there's that. Oh, I also got Asuka from the last scene of the movie. Okay? Must buy. You think I'm going to turn down Farmer Ray? Farmer fucking Ray. You think I'm not going to do that? All right. Let's open this up. Let's just do it. Farmer Ray, dude. You don't think I'm going to pick that up? She's in like the black plug suit. The last Ava movie, dude. I loved it. I made it very clear I loved it when I watched it on Amazon. But man, seeing it in that IMAX theater made it so much more of a, like, I don't know, I had so much of a more of an emotional response. It was I was blown away how much it affected me. It was whoa, okay. This may have broken. Okay. I was so much more emotional during that, so much more tender during the viewing, and I think it was just because of how big it was. I do think there's something to be said about presentation, you know? Sometimes when you see a movie streaming for the first time, it I don't know, it's different. I hate it when people are saying, like, who cares where you see it? Because I do think sometimes, not that I'm saying streaming is bad or watching things at home is bad. I've seen some of my favorite things of all time, like, and they're you know, it's like, yeah, it's good no matter where you watch it, but no, don't go to sleep. There is something to be said though about like being in a room with it playing as big as possible and no distractions, and you are zeroed in on it. Sometimes I just feel like you can get through harder or something. You know what I mean? It was amazing watching it at home, but I just feel like something happened there. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I was a weeping wreck when this came to IMAX. So anyway, there it is, Farmer Ray. You can see. I hope you could see it for yourself. I cannot see the monitor or anything, so I'm doing my best here. But yeah, there it is, Farmer Ray. Ray was all her stuff was super funny, whatever you want to say. She had funny parts, she had emotional parts. Every character I feel like got a cool moment. I still have some weird thoughts on Asuka's arc. I guess that I have a little bit of a, I don't know. This is not an Ava video. We don't need to get into that. Didn't I record a long video about Ava, or was that something else? Did we talk about it on, I don't know. I'm sure somewhere you could watch that. Okay, what else was in the box? Let's just get to it. This was the prize of the shipping box. The true, like, all of those were the warm-up. This is the main event. I knew I was waiting to see. I was like, they're gonna do this. They're gonna do this. When's it gonna come out? And it finally did. Final Fantasy VII Remake Cloud dress version. This is not one with a sword. This is not one where he's doing Omnislash. This is Cloud all dressed up for the Honeybee Inn. I never thought I would see like a full deluxe figure of this. Like, I really thought that was just not in the cards ever. Double check. You could see this, but unbelievable that they finally got around to it. Whoops! No. Let's do this right. Hopefully you can see that. I want to take this out, but it would be like such a long process. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but Play Arts Kai figures like this are kind of hot and cold sometimes. You know what I mean? But I think they genuinely did a great job on this one. The detail in the dress. I love that it says Honeybee on the packaging right there in the corner. The fact that it's 2023 and we're getting Honeybee in merch, like, we have it pretty good. You know what I mean? Did this zoom out? This didn't zoom out, did it? No, that's too far out. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Are we good? Guys, we leave this in, warts and all. We do. No, that's too far out. Don't do that. We leave it in. This is how we do it. Okay. Are we safe? We're good. yeah, you gotta see how the pudding is made sometimes. You know what I mean? Sausage, whatever, doesn't matter. Anyway, sometimes this stuff, you know, it's like things want to keep me from bringing you a figure update. Sometimes it's not up to me, but this is up to me. It's my choice to power through and soldier on. Speaking of soldier, he was one, but he's way hotter in a dress. There you go. Now you know. Now you know the secret. But anyway, anything to do with Honeybee Inn or that part of the game, again, one of my favorite stretches of a video game is that whole area, you know. So I had to get that. All right. Let's get rid. Oh shit! What am I not gonna? Okay, I'm gonna show you this, but like, let's just get this out of the way. I say it every time. I'm not a tiki guy, but every now and then there's a cool tiki mug. I have a bunch now. All right. What do you want from me? Okay. What do you want me to tell you? So, you know, there's a thing, a brand online called Geeky Tikis, which I just hear that and I cringe. I'm like, no, thank you. Please, come on. But for some reason they did Rex from Star Tours. You know, one of my favorite rides. You know, if it's theme park related, I'm going to love that. I don't know why this didn't just come out in the theme parks. Like, why was this? This was like an Entertainment Earth exclusive. And I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm going to take this out of the box. It's not too hard. I don't know. I'm just kind of like left wondering what happened here. But anyway, there. Let me see. This, yeah. There we go. Throw that over there with everything else. It's almost like a fucking cookie jar. Like, look at that. Whoops. There he is. It's, again, Star Tours, one of my all-time favorite rides. There's Rex. This opens. Again, if you have real little cookies, you could just put them in there. You know, I mean, I don't know. What am I going to drink out? I guess I could drink out of it, but I'm not doing that. Anyway, I don't know why they didn't do a Rex one in Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. I'm kind of like at a little bit of a loss for words on that, but so I had to get it from Geeky Tikis. Oh shit! What did I just do? That was bad. But all I did was punch up a couple keys. I may have filed my taxes prematurely. Or wait, when was tax day? Oh, it was like 10 days ago. All right, I filed them late. All right, anyway. I don't even know where to put them. What do I do with this? Okay, that's going there on my desk. All right. Now, let's go for the big enchilada, the big enchilado. This was one I was waiting for quite some time. This one's not, we're not messing around. It is the 25th anniversary of Power Rangers in Space. Next to the original, you know, the original series, Mighty Morphin. Next to that, this was my favorite. This was the best. And Hasbro has been doing these really deluxe Megazords. But again, it's like, I think they only did, what did they do? Oh, the Zords that they did, it was just the Mighty Morphin Megazord, which I've got about 80 different versions of just in this room. The Dragon Zord, you know, it's kind of like, okay, they're just doing the Mighty Morphin stuff again. No. For the 25th anniversary of Space, they did, this is a project they call the Zord Ascension Project, where they do just fancy, perfect scale, whatever versions of Megazords. And they did the Astro Megazord from Power Rangers in Space. One of my favorite Zords, for sure. The packaging is slick. I'm just gonna show you, like, look, this slides out. And then you have like this kind of cool artwork. The Zord Ascension Project all has this kind of like Z symbol that was on like some of the old Zhu Ranger Zords. I don't know if you could see that or not, but thought that was kind of cool. And then what's going on here? There's like some cool artwork on the side, more like kind of comic-y artwork. Then you open that up, but it's kind of a metallic. I don't know if you could see that, but I thought that was kind of neat. Let me see if I can. You open it, and look, again, more kind of comic-y artwork. There he is fighting Ecliptor, I believe. Ecliptor is in there. He's fighting that. Here it's like the control panels for the Megazord, like, you know, a lot of the meters and things like that. Then you lift that up. Then the toy is inside. But I'm not going to show you that because I already took the toy out. It's the Astro Mega ship that combines with the shuttle. This is a space station that combined with the space shuttle and became a Megazord. This is like the first Megazord that happened in Power Rangers that it wasn't 5 Zords combining, it was just like 2. And here it is, and it is so much bigger than I expected. Look at this guy. This is the size of a fucking toddler. What do you do? I could put him in the passenger seat and ride in the carpool lane. Look at that. Look at that shit. You seeing this? Anyway, I'm blown away how big this is. The quality is like, I mean, there's some like die cast in here. There's some, it's all metallic, everything painted really nice. But what's funny is the things that are weird, like the sword is like the perfect paint job. It's not like some gray piece of shit, you know. I'm just blown away how big this is. I don't know where to put. It's rare that I get a figure at this point. Normally I have a plan, you know, but it's rare. I got this and I'm just like, what do I do with this? Doesn't any Power Rangers display that I have, this won't fit. And therein lies the problem. Some people are like, what is the scale here? Like the Megazord, I didn't get the Zord Ascension Project Megazord because again, I have 80,000 original Megazords all over the place. But it kind of goes up to halfway. Like it doesn't go this high. It's like half the height here. So people are like, why is this dude so much bigger? And they're like, well, if you read the Super Sentai like original documents, it was supposed to be this was a space station, you know, so he's way bigger than the average Megazord. And it's like, okay, yeah, in the documents it says that, but like IRL and like in the show, all the dudes in the Megazord suits were the same size. Like, you know, just make them the same size, you know? So some people were mad that he was this big. I think it's cool, but I also, like I said, I don't know where to put it. But anyway, I'm not going to de-transform him, but like this is where the head, like, again, this was originally a space shuttle, so you can kind of see like that forms the head. I'm going to just put it back on here. I don't want to do too much work to. So that's kind of my only complaint about it, is it's great, but transforming felt really harsh. I'm going to try to lean this back the way it was. But transforming it felt really harsh. Like when the legs turn around, it feels like, oh, am I gonna break this thing? Like it was so kind of like rough that I transformed it into a robot. It came in the box as a space station, but I transformed it back into the robot, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna transform it anymore. I don't want to break it. So they kind of that aspect is kind of weird. I gotta say, like I said it before, Bandai knows how to design robot stuff. They are like the Apple of Japan in terms of like toys and the, you know, designs of like devices and robots and things that have a mechanical nature, I guess you could say, you know. They're just unbeatable. And, you know, Hasbro is trying really hard to beat that here. And again, this is probably the nicest version of the Zord anywhere in the world. So props to them. But, you know, when you're transforming it, like I said, it feels like it shouldn't be moving that way, or it's, you know, and it's not that way. When Bandai makes one, it's like, it's smooth like butter. It's like perfectly designed. You know what I mean? I don't know if anyone else is zeroed in on that or cares, but they just ain't Bandai, you know? Hasbro ain't Bandai. But they did a great job, so I'm not complaining. I think it's pretty cool. Astro Megazord. One of my favorite Zords ever. Like I said, I don't know where I'm going to put this fucking thing. Anyway, there you go. There's that. Okay. That's most everything. Did I show? I got the two. I cannot remember in the last figure update if I showed. I got SH Figuarts, the 2 android bros from Dragon Ball Superhero. What were they called? Beta and Gamma, or Alpha and Beta, or Beta 1, Beta 2, Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Beta beta max, beta blockers, blue blockers, alpha omega, alpha 5, omega man, beta cuck, alpha bro, one thing 2, 1138. I don't know what they're called. Did I show that in the last one? And then like they came with parts to make Gohan better. Did I show that? I can't remember if I showed that last episode. I'm not showing it now. I should have shown it last time. I'm not going to show it now.